Anyway, just joining this Chess960 Shield Arena. I'm certainly not playing 6 hours though. So I'll just play a handful of games, 1 or 2 games, 3 games, 4 games. See how we're getting on. Right, so I think I'll open with e4. Once the knight is moved we can castle, but the queen is out of position of course. That's maybe a bad move because it's going to stop the other bishop coming out, but I prefer to get castled first, worry about the rest afterwards. But there is increments in this game, so that's a point. How do we get the queen out if we castle? If we castle, how do we get the queen out? Let's get the knight up. I might castle the other side instead. Bishop up and castle long. Now he's castled that side, I'm going to castle this side I think. Unless he throws the pawns right down. So let's just edge forward, bishop up. Maybe try and route the bishop down to this diagonal. I'll probably still castle king side now. Looks a bit risky not to. Okay, so pawn forward, knight's got to move, can come forward. Don't like the look of that. I think I've got to take there. Yeah, quickly turning into a not brilliant position, isn't it? I could just let him actually take the knight there, why not? If I get the bishop round, kick that queen off, I can still castle long if the bishop comes here and here maybe. And I've got a potential file to put the rook on. Now if his queen goes that way, I've maybe got pawn forward, but the bishop's not protected. But I have got rook over. Yeah, let's play a rook across and maybe queen up, put pressure on the pawn. So get the queen up, pressure on the pawn. Now, what can I do after that? He's probably going to play pawn forward. Now what can I do? Bishop can come here, looks a very natural move, doesn't it? Very natural. So now I've got the option to castle if I need to bail out. But it would simply swap the king and the rook over. Okay. Let's castle. If he takes, I can take with the bishop. If he takes this way, I can take with a pawn. Okay. Didn't expect that. Oh, I've blundered, have I? I have badly blundered. Wow. Knight over, he just plays rook takes rook. This is just lost, isn't it? So let's gamble a pawn. We're going to try and sack there. So I'm relying on being able to sack here. If I can't, then it's just game over. I might have to bail out rook back. Yeah, it's game over, isn't it? So there's a mate in one threat. Couldn't have played this any worse if I tried. What do you do? Bishop to c1. Queen check, king up. I think that's forced. This couldn't have started any worse if I tried to play any worse. Now I've got to drop back and run over. I've got to go there, it's forced. Bishop check, king across. And it's back rank mate, right? Yep, well done, just get on with the next one. That could not have been a worse performance if I tried. It really is hard to imagine ever playing a game worse than that. That is shocking. Now this is the king's side. The king's here, so we need to move knight, bishop and queen to castle king's side. We just need to move the bishop to castle queen's side. So let's bring a knight forward. Okay. Pawn up just to cover this square. Let's just hit the knight. Can't take, can't come in. Okay, so I could take, I can allow him to double up. So let's just get a tempo and double the pawns. So now with bishop up I can castle. So bishop up, queen up to one or the other. Now we can castle. Okay, so he's looking at bishop down. Queen can drop back. The bishop's protected anyway, so I don't think it's a major issue. Just drop the queen back. Right, I'm going to try and open this up. So rook takes, bishop takes. He could play a king takes, but let's trade the rook. There he goes with the bishop. Now let's get the knight into play, try and get forward. Right, knight forward, does it do anything? I'm not seeing much. Queen forward allows bishop over. Again, I'm not seeing much. Let's just develop the rook. Okay, so he wants to try and cheese me on this side. Okay, let's cut that out. Could be a dangerous attack, this could be dangerous. Maybe pawn up. Okay, so he wants knight down, that's a good move. I've got knight over, he's got knight down. If knight goes forward, where can it go though? Don't see it, but I don't see anything better. If knight in, pawn forward to kick the knight. If he takes the bishop, then I trade bishop for knight. Okay, so now he's given me a chance to play bishop over, looking for a discovery. Now he can't easily kick that bishop away. So knight over, for instance, is a discovery where the bishop's protected. I want to go pawn forward to stop his knight coming down, but this knight could be in trouble. But let's play that anyway, stop his knight coming in. It protects the knight if it drops back this way. This is not easy at all. Not easy at all. Okay, so I think I'll develop the bishop. Let's go forward. If he takes, I can take with bishop or pawn. Probably the bishop. Keep the pawn in the centre. So he drops back. So gain a knight, lose a bishop. Right, I'm going to make sure everything is protected here. So pawn forward, I can take the knight. These two protect each other. So he's taken the knight. Okay, just bishop up. If he takes, he takes. He's playing very well, to be fair, isn't he? He's going to look at a move like this, targeting the queen coming down. That's hard to stop. That's tough to stop. He's playing very, very well. Okay, that might be a mistake. What does he do after bishop over? Queen across, maybe. Let's play bishop over, hit the queen. So now we're going to trade bishops, but if his queen goes across... Oh, he's gone 1 too far. He should have gone here. He just moved his queen 1 too far. It might have been a mouse slip. It's very unlucky though, very unfortunate, but it's still far from over. But now I'm threatening to take the bishop. He can't castle because the bishop cuts the king's path. And I'm threatening to just take the bishop, so that's a good win. Right, we're just waiting for some players to finish so we can get another game. Whoa, he's going berserk mode, okay. No, you really don't need to play that fast. That is just nuts, isn't it? So let's target a pawn. Knight forward is an option there. Let's play knight over. I suppose berserk mode actually isn't quite so bad in this format because it's an increment. Yeah, I didn't think of that actually. It's not so bad with it being an increment. Okay, that just invites knight going forward, doesn't it? I'm just seeing if there's any tricks with it. I don't see it. I could play pawn forward, but it opens his bishop. Let's put the knight forward then, threaten the pawn. Okay, let's take the pawn. The rook's trapped. If he takes the pawn, I can take this rook and hit the queen. Well, that's just a queen. Okay. I'll take a pawn. I've got knight check. I just gave up. Okay. Yeah, maybe going berserk isn't too crazy an idea in this tournament because you've got 2 second increments per move. But berserk mode is just not for me. Will never be for me. Right, this is the king's side. All we have to do is move the queen. Let's go forward 2. Like knight up and maybe the other knight up. It's not that easy to move the queen because I don't want the bishop getting stuck. So knight up. Queen up really boxes in the bishop, but it does allow you to castle. Okay, let's play the queen up and just line up castling. So knight forward is playable. Knight takes, pawn takes, knight forward, takes. Not sure though, I'm just going to castle. Stick to plan. Now, do we mix it up and throw the knight forward? Why not? Let's mix it up and throw the knight forward. Okay, so it lets me take bishop or knight, so he's got to be bishop. So he's wanting to open the f-file, but if I don't, he's got an advanced pawn, so I really got to take there. Okay, so we've got knight over. If he takes, I take the knight. So knight over, if pawn takes, we can grab a knight, rook across, and that's the queen trapped, so that doesn't work. So let's put the pawn there instead then. So if he takes, I can now take. Okay, I didn't think he'd let me go this way. Then I've got knight up to hit the bishop, but then the bishop gets a really nice square. So knight over, takes, takes, rook across. The queen can move back now. But again, it's not an easy position to play this. I don't want the bishop going out. Let's just move the queen up, offer a trade of queens. Ah, he's gone for it. Now that makes it easier to defend. So now knight forward is more playable with the bishop up. It's not such a danger now. Bishop up can pin the knight. He might then have to play c4. Okay, so knight can go forward. Bishop can come up, defend the pawn. Yeah, I don't see why bishop can't just defend that. Bishop up can be met with c4, can it? But then I take. Okay, so he wants to go there, I'm guessing, so let's develop the bishop. If he comes in, we can take the knight. I just develop the rook, put pressure on the pawn, maybe get the bishop this way, pawn for pawn. Okay, so hit the knight, offering this pawn for this pawn. Maybe I had bishop over there, hit the rook and then take the pawn, but I'm offering a pawn for pawn, so there's nothing to win there. So he's gone for the pawn. So let's take that on. Right, so now double the rooks up. So now we are threatening to take this knight. Now where can this bishop go? The bishop can maybe go here and pin the knight to the rook. Oh, king up. Okay. So bishop takes, knight can take. I think bishop to pin the knight to the rook looks okay. Now I'm threatening to take this one. If you take the knight, I take the rook. If you take with a rook, I take the knight. So take with a check. If he takes, I take the rook, do I? Take, knight takes. Let's take it. Gain a knight, lose a bishop, gain a rook, lose a bishop. If he takes with a knight, I take the rook. If he takes with a rook, I take the knight with a check. I think that's right. So take the knight with a check. So I can take with the knight or the bishop, the rook or the bishop. If I take with a rook, king forward, the bishop can drop back, but then you're running a risk of back rank issues. So I think it's safer just to take with a bishop there. Now I've got to make sure I play h6, something like h6 to avoid back rank issues. So again, he's wanting me to take there, so it's a back rank mate. I could play f6. Yep, if he takes the bishop, I just take back with a check. There's now no back rank issue either. Not easy to create anything though. Not easy at all to create anything here. So let's just bring the bishop back. So now I'm threatening rook check to pick up a side pawn. I don't see anything better. Do not see anything better. I've got rook down to protect the pawn for now. Now, can I harry these? I need bishop back, I think, to pressure them pawns. If I go forward, pawn down, If I come back, pawn down. Oh god, the time. I've just realised we're playing against the clock. Oh, I blundered the piece. Wow. Blundered the piece, chucked it away. That is unforgivable. That is unforgivable. Just complete lapse in concentration. Very well done to my opponent though. Right, so we've got to get creative somehow here. Yeah, this is terrible. I've definitely badly misplayed this. Can't go there, so I've got to throw in a check. So if he comes down, I think I go forward. So yeah, I've got to go up, so we've got to do a swap here. So this is just a case of can I survive now? I think no, I can't is a simple answer. Ah, I should have gone further up the board there. Yeah, he just checks now, king up. He could have just checked there, I think. Yes, he's done very well there, hasn't he? Very, very well. I'll offer a draw, but he won't take it. No, I thought I'll just resign, just give him that. There's no way to get a result there. That's very well played. That was just a terrible, terrible finish, wasn't it? Dreadful. Wow, look at that. 12 points already. There's not many elite players in this. In fact, there's only one title player, so is there two? Just one. Okay, let's open with e4. This knight's safe to come out because it's not... I don't want to advance any pawns. So come out, protect the pawn. But I need the queen, bishop and knight all to move before I can castle. So just bring the knight up. I don't know why he's done that. He must be wanting to castle that side. But you have to move that rook to castle this side. That's the queen side. So you might have just misjudged that. Okay, let's try and keep this a bit more close this game. Gain some space. Natural square for the bishop. Ooh, now that's very bold. Okay, this pawn is loose, but Now, as long as the rooks and bishops are protected, I don't really care about that. Let's just move the queen and get castled. Maybe queen up. King protects the rook, rook protects the bishop, so he can grab the pawn if he wants. Okay, the knight can come in. I could take it. Let's play queen up to guard this square, so now we can castle and get the king on the other side. I think my opponent's looking to do the same thing. Yeah, I think he's pretty sure he's looking to castle that side as well. So I'm just wondering whether knight forward gives him a problem, hitting 2 pawns. Might do. Alright, he's grabbed the pawn, but this is all perfectly safe. I don't see any way to trap the queen though. Alright, so let's put the knight forward and hit 2 pawns. Now he's got the similar move, knight forward. I can always drop the queen back and hit the knight. Alright, so that's what he's done. So let's just drop back, hit the knight. Okay, so grab the pawn. Then maybe just drop back, and then pressure this pawn. Ooh, so he's come forward again. Okay. I think I'm okay to go this side. If he takes the bishop, I can take. Yeah, they all protect each other. This knight is fine. I'm threatening a rook, so he now moves. So I've got queen over, pawn up to hit the knight. Pawn up to hit the knight, and I can double his pawns, but I don't think that does much, so grab that one while I can. So this is now not guarded. Okay, so I've given him a fork. Have I got any threats? I'm not seeing it, so let's go forward. If he takes... Actually, I've got knight check, but it doesn't work. Knight check, bishop takes, queen takes, king up. I've got to move and I can't take back here. So I think if he takes, I'll just take. Okay, he doesn't. So let's just move the rook onto a dark square. So I've got knight takes pawn, but all it really does is open up the rook to hit my king. Oh, I'll definitely take that one. Now I'll get the knight onto a better square, hit the rook. If the rook moves off, I can maybe drop back and hit this pawn. I can go over and hit the bishop, hit the pawn at the same time. Actually, yeah, let's bring the knight back and hit the pawn. But once his bishop moved, this is the problem. If it goes somewhere, okay, I can play up there, but his rooks can now come across to these files and just target down here. That's what he'll be aiming for. Right, pawn up. If he takes, I'm going to take back with the bishop. Then that will release my own rooks to target his king. So that I think I can take. Now I'm going to look to play a bishop up and release the rook. So now his queen is trapped. This pawn's lost. He can grab the pawn. Okay, so what do I do with my bishop? Do I just sack it? I've got queen check, bishop blocks. So let's protect it and gain a tempo by hitting the queen. Bishop in turn guards the pawn. I need this knight to go somewhere safe. Right, so knight back somewhere safe. It protects this pawn against a bishop, for instance. So it's now protected. Otherwise, there's no queen over yet because of his rook. But these games are tough to win, very tough. Right, so if I play rook across, his bishop drops back. I've then got queen takes pawn threatening mate. That's very strong. It's easy to miss that. If he drops back, queen takes the pawn because of the pin, and you're threatening an instant checkmate. So that's easy to miss. And his checkmate threat is protected by the knight. That's very easy to miss. Rook down is covered by the pawn. It's not covered by the pawn. Rook down, pawn can't take because the queen hangs. So that could be a nuisance. The queen's got escape squares like here. Could be a nuisance though. Ah, so he goes back, but now again I've got take, queen takes, rook across, queen back. Oh, have I even got pawn forward? Does it work? Knight takes, bishop takes, I'm not quite sure. Knight forward doesn't work. Pawn forward, rook across. My position could collapse in a heap. Rook takes, takes, rook across, queen back. I'm not seeing how to break through. I'm wondering whether to go knight up and in. This is not easy. I could just play rook up and double the rooks over. I cannot think of anything better, so let's just try and aim to double the rooks. Okay, knight in doesn't work. I wonder if I can trick him. Queen back, pawn up, discovers against the bishop. We're down to 25 seconds, but pawn up. Okay, well now I can't. So let's advance, give him something to think about. I'm trying to trick him by taking here and then taking here. Now I'm threatening to take there. He's got a back rank, but the knight covers it. I'm threatening rook takes now. That cuts out the escape square. Rook takes, queen takes. Okay, just make sure there's no back rank. I'm threatening to take now, so he's got a big problem now. Just take, threaten to move with a check, threaten a check. Let's go the safer way. Right, now I should be fine because I've got increments, so... Still not easy to win, but it should be winning. Yeah, I've got 3 pawns to 1, so I can always sack the queen. If I want the pawns further up the board, then I can just sack the queen for rook. Now, he can't take there because of check. Right, now I've got the pawn, I'll definitely sack the queen for rook, because that's an easy win. Excellent, got there. Right, I think I might take a short break now. So I'll click pause.